Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video, we're gonna be going over how to become a better user, the best user tips that you guys could possibly get. Because I know that that's like being a good user in Madden is pretty much king. Like, if you have a bad user, you're not gonna be too great. And no, we're not gonna be going over user in the D line because I probably will never go over that because I don't want to be that guy that condones in being on the D line. So, to start off the video, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below on anything that you guys would like to see, so that I could try to help you guys, no matter how big or small it is. If you guys can find something for me, I will try to find a video that can help you guys out. Now, for the video, get on a linebacker, middle linebacker, outside linebacker, or get on a safety. Those are going to be the only two people that you guys should be using. Now you guys can get a little crazy from time to time and hop on a cornerback just to confuse whoever it is that you're playing. But when we're talking becoming a good user at that, you guys have to make sure that you guys are on a linebacker or on a safety. Now, before I get into actually, user tips, there's a couple things that you guys need to know about the user. Now, sometimes to help you guys out with your user, if you guys are on a linebacker, there is an ability called lurker that makes your user jump higher. Pretty much, you can lurk things that are away from your user. There's certain routes that your user might be too far away from, but with the ability lurker, you guys will be able to to kind of catch those plays, to kind of catch those passes while you are trying to user. Now, usering is it doesn't just have to do with pass lurking. It also has to do with like shooting gaps and stuff like that. Now, we're not going to be going over shooting gaps because it's literally just finding a good spot on the O-line and then trying your best to kind of disguise yourself behind a specific person and trying to get a play off of there. Oh, I actually clicked random play, but screw it. So, to start off with your user, there's one huge tip that I would like to go over when it comes to being a user. And when you're on a specific user, one thing that you guys are going to want to do is put your user in a spy. That is possibly one of the biggest tips this year that a lot of people do not know, especially your random, your casual, is to put your user in a spy. Now, you guys might be wondering why, and the reason why I'm saying that is because it helps out with your change of direction. Your change of direction in this game is pretty much how your guy, it's pretty much the bread and butter. It's pretty much like, as you can see, like, I can't really make a sharp cut with Kendricks without him slowing down, but once you put your guy in a spy, a QB spy, your change of direction seems like it doesn't get affected. As you can see, I'm like literally running around in a very, very tighter circle without giving up too much speed. That is what the QB spy does. If you leave your guy in a zone while he's running, the circle becomes much slower. As you can see, the circles become much slower. You can't run those. You can't change your direction fast enough to kind of try to guard two routes with your user. It's something that will literally frustrate you because you'll think to yourself, man, my user is too slow, there's nothing that I could do. And then you're gonna sit there and change your MUT team because you want better guys with change of direction. Sprinter is still key, mind you, and this is gonna be the counter to that. This is gonna be how you make your user just seem faster. The change of direction is definitely there, but this definitely helps with change with just speed. You guys will definitely notice a difference with putting your guy in a QB spy. Now, to put your guy in a QB spy, all you have to do is whoever it is that you're using. Now, the only formation that I know that this doesn't work in is big nickel over G, which is obviously a very popular formation. You'll only be able to put the two linebackers in a spy, but you'll take whichever user that you're trying to user, and then you'll take them and then press X or A, and then move the right stick to the left. So now I have bar in a spy, X, right stick to the right. Let's take the safety, boom, right stick to the left, boom, other safety, right stick to the left. Now, mind you, I'm only just showcasing how to put these guys in spies. You're obviously never gonna have 4 people in spies. That just doesn't make sense. Now, For the next usering tip, and this is for passing, mind you, knowing route combos is huge, okay? When you know your route combos, you know exactly what it is that you guys should be guarding. So right now I have no idea what play I called, but I'm gonna be kind of usering, and right now I left the flat open. But as soon as I seen that I left the flat open, I immediately went up to chase the dig route that's coming behind, because I knew that the flat was already open and I have no chance to come back to that. So you got to know when to give up those types of plays. You have no chance at making a play on that flat pattern. Yeah, you might be able to stop them for a few yards, but just in case they think that they might have something over the top, your user's going to be there. Your user would have been there for that dig route that's coming over the middle. So knowing your route combos, because I know a lot of people are running in like bunch and stuff like that, where a lot of people are running the same type of route combos. So a lot of people are running like ebooks and stuff like that, which kind of helps you guys out, because you guys can kind of see the route combos that people are running in those meta formations. This is no exception. So we can bait one and then dart to the other one, and a lot of the times they'll make a bad read and throw to somebody else. Now, as you can see, we are getting pressure up the front because Everson Griffin has, or Daniel Hunter, excuse me, I forgot Everson Griffin got traded. But Daniel Hunter is getting pressure up front because he has an ability. So another thing that you guys need to do when you guys are trying to use her is watching the D-line, okay? This is something that is very, very huge, because you don't want to, like, if you're sending a blitz, or if you're sending a blitz, or if you're sending a lot of pressure up the middle, or if your guy is activated like Daniel Hunter is, you know that they're not going to get a lot of time. So one thing that you guys can do is take away the first read, and that's it. There's nothing that they could do if that guy is coming up with the pressure. If you guys are sending blitzes, you guys have to learn to take away the first read. Like, I'm talking drags, I'm talking hitch routes, drags, slants, quick post. Those are going to be the reads that you guys are going to want to have to look at to try to jump, to try to make like the best play on them, because I know a lot of the times that's what happens, is we start getting too worried about guarding specific routes. Now, if your blitz doesn't come in, you just got to find a better blitz. There's nothing else to it. But if you're blitzing 5-6 people and you don't take away their first read because the blitz is just not coming in and they beat you over the top, you just have to find a better blitz to make your user it just makes your user that much more dangerous. I'm talking guarding those flat patterns, guarding those table routes, the angle routes, slants, flat routes, hitch routes, or like a skinny post, like anything where they can make a quick hot read to it. That's gonna be your assignment to take away. Now, the last thing that I kind of want to talk to you guys about is trusting your adjustments as well. If I put a guy in a deep blue and he's all the way back here, and I put Harrison Smith in a deep blue and he's all the way back here, and I put this middle linebacker all the way back here, and I put Holmes and put him on R1, my job right now is only to guard X, square, and triangle. It's to bait those guys right now, because I know that the sidelines are going to be guarded with the deep half and the flat pattern. So obviously, if we give up a flat pattern, we're going to hope that our cornerbacks can sit there and come down fast enough to make a play so that the opponent doesn't get a lot of yards. Now, what I mean by trust your adjustments is I know for a fact that the streak, if R1 is on a streak, I don't have to guard that. If X is on a streak, I know that my middle linebacker there will be able to make a play on that. But if they come towards the middle of the field, this is going to be my entire section right here. So one thing, if you see that they're going on a flat, you bait the flat and then you chase another route that's coming into your vicinity. Just because you're putting your guy in a QB spy doesn't mean that his assignment changes, okay? It does not mean that his assignment changes at all. This is still your job to guard this vert hook. This is still your job on this play. You're not going to sit there and try to chase a streak that's going all the way up the middle of the field because you already made that adjustment. You have to trust your adjustments in this game. The game is fluky. Fluke is going to happen, and you're going to get frustrated by it. You have to trust your adjustment and know that, or hope that they're going to play what it is that you told them to play pretty much. Remember, we can only guard one person on this 11-man defense. So your job is to make sure you do your job. You're not going to guard a deep post. You're not going to guard any of this crazy stuff if that's not what your assignment is. If you're using a safety that is in a deep half like this and you're coming down to try to bait the person that you're playing, make sure that when you do this, that's when you completely dart up and you try your best to make sure that none of those deep half routes are actually beating you on the deep half. Last tip is when you are guarding underneath routes, and I'm talking drag routes, I'm talking anything underneath. I'm talking drag, hitches. I wouldn't throw slants in this, but I'm talking drags, hitches, table routes. I don't know what else, but like anything that's underneath, make sure that you guys are getting underneath them. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because you could be down here. It's kind of hard to do it with two controllers, but you can be down that far and make a play on them. And a lot of people will still throw those routes because they don't know that your user can make a play like that, where your guy will jump it. A lot of the times you get a lot of glitchy animations on those underneath routes where your user is able to make a play on it, and it kind of makes your user even that much more deadly, especially when guarding those short routes. That's why a lot of the pros, they won't sit there and chase those. They won't chase like those deep posts and stuff like that because there's no need for it. The only time that you see a good user chasing anything deep is when you're guarding like crossing routes, because a lot of the times if you don't set your zone depth, the crossing routes will get over the top and they will beat you for a good 20-30 yards at a time. So it's obviously something that's very, very frustrating. So again, if you guys are using those underneath routes, which is what you should be, trying to bait and switch other routes left and right, make sure that you guys are getting underneath them, because you will get the best animations on those underneath routes. You will not get the best animations on deep post, on deep in routes, on comeback routes, on anything like that. Those short routes are going to be king for you guys to become better users. And also it helps because those are the reads that you guys are going to be taking away if you guys are blitzing as well. So there you have it. Now, reminder, this video is not for your pro. This video is more for your casual that's trying to become better. So hopefully these tips help you guys out. I feel like I've rambled long enough. Hopefully this helps you guys tremendously, because I know especially that QB spy tip, that is such a big tip for those of you guys. But for those of you guys that are new to the game, that is a huge tip for those of you guys trying to get better. My name is Pwny Montana. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, make sure you guys are leaving it down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys are clicking that link down in the description for the Twitch channel. I do stream live, and that is where you guys will see the magic happen. And I always got to plug that in, because that is where I see you guys. I can see you guys every day. I stream pretty much every day after work. So make sure you guys are clicking that link. And I'll see you guys in the next one. 2 fingers, deuces. I've talked enough. Peace out, and I love you guys.